Right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back
Oh,
to another urban legend live stream.
yep. Our season 4 finale.
Tonight we are diving into Labor Day and Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Just because they're different.
Let's see what we can find out.
Well, while he's looking up some stuff, we are gonna the next season, which will be maybe next week. We might take a week break and do something else next week, but we'll see. But we're gonna be doing the urban legends of cryptids. So I'm gonna start off on my channel, and we're gonna be doing the urban legends of hellhounds and facts and theories and all that about hellhounds. So get ready for that because I think that's gonna be an epic season. But yeah, we're gonna start off with season 5, episode 1 of the creepy urban legends, myths, facts, everything about hellhounds. So, and then the code we're gonna come up with what the code wants to do, and it's just gonna be a cool season that we're gonna do, and I think we can do like 15 to 16 episodes
Oh, easily.
easily. Like we got 9 episodes of these, 9 or 10 of these. So I mean, dude, it we like doing these urban legends. Like we've been doing them since like 2001 when we started off with the state and all that. So that was definitely one of our favorite ones that we did with the state. But I think the cryptids is gonna be big, and we're gonna do some cryptids y'all haven't heard of either, or we even hadn't heard of. So be ready. But you want to get started, Dakota?
Yeah, let me look some up here.
Uh, I hope everybody's had a good day, a good week. We did some filming last weekend, and if y'all haven't, go check out the hide and go seek game we did on my channel. That was really fun.
Mm.
But we also got a bunch of freaking videos coming out for y'all. Like um we got a epic doll investigation that we did, and I'm talking about it was crazy. Um, we like I said, we got a hide and go seek game we did. I did on my did a live stream on my channel, so go check that out. And Dakota and Chris's part of that will come out soon. And I hate to say it, guys, but Chris was the winner of hide and go seek that night.
There's hardly nothing for Martin Luther King.
Yeah, no, I see that.
There's literally nothing.
But I'm gonna do this. The history of Labor Day and its two disputed founders. Give me 1 second. Peter McGuire and Matthew McGuire had much in common. Their last names are obviously similar. They were both passionate activists who fought for American labor rights in the 19th century. They both attended the first Labor Day parade in New York City in 1882, and more controversially, both men have been described as the father of Labor Day, a federal holiday since 1894. Labor Day is an annual recognition of the American labor movement and celebration of the economic and social achievements of American workers held on the first Monday of each September. This year's holiday. But Peter McGuire has long been credited with the first proposing the idea of Labor Day as a federal holiday in 1882. But this claim has been contested for more than a century, and recently unearthed evidence suggests McGuire, that is Matthew, is the true founder of the national holiday. That's that's what Peter McGuire looked like, guys. Looked like an old, just president looking man. And there's no picture of Matthew McGuire. But oh damn it. Peter McGuire co-founded the United Brotherhood of Carpenters in 1881, as well as the group that became the American Federation of Labor, AFL. There's these organizations he's helped lead the strikes of 1886 and 1890 that ultimately led to the 8-hour workday.
Okay.
He probably did more than anyone else. Legend has it that McGuire proposed the idea of Labor Day in the New York Central Labor Union of May 12th, 1882, suggesting it should be celebrated as a street parade, which would publicly show the strength and e-spirit of the trade and labor organizations. The Peter McGuire Memorial and Grave Site in Pennsylvania, New Jersey is included in the National Registration of Historic Places. That would be actually a cool one to visit. Matthew McGuire served as secretary for the Mechanics and Blacksmith Union, Patterson Local 344, and Central Labor Union of New York, which organized the first Labor Day parade. Like McGuire, he was passionate about improving working conditions for workers and led strikes in 1870 for a shorter work week. McGuire work brought significant public awareness to the long hour and difficult conditioning workers endured. McGuire continued to bring attraction to labor issues when he ran for vice president of the United States on the Socialist Labor Party ticket with Charles H. Nedick in 1896, the year William McKinley was elected president. McKinley sent out the invitation for the first Labor Day in 1882 and rode the first carriage at the head of the parade along with his wife. This, along with several recently unearthed pieces of historic evidence, suggests that he might be the true father of Labor Day and not McGuire. They're both named as McGuire. That shit gets confusing. But yeah, that's the history and all that. So, see, they're just trying to confuse me. So why is McGuire, not McGuire, considered the founding father? What the fudge are you talking about?
Yeah, that. Although, but I found a good Labor Day story.
Ooh, nice.
I knew nothing about this until now. It's from Japan.
Oh. Ooh, okay.
It's called the Tiki Tiki.
Oh, I've heard of this one.
So, this is going to be new to me, guys, because I don't know this one. So, let's dive right on into it. So, the Tiki Tiki is a Japanese urban legend about the ghost of a schoolgirl where her body was split in half by a train after she had become stuck. She is an onryo or a vengeful spirit who lurks in urban areas and roams train stations at night. Since she no longer has a lower body, she travels on her hands, dragging her upper torso and making a scratching or tiki tiki like sound produced either by her elbows or the end of her bisected body scraping the ground. If she encounters an individual, she will chase them and slice them in half at the waist, killing them in such a way that mimics her own disfigurement. Common elements of the legend include that the Tiki Tiki is a vengeful ghost or spirit of a young woman or schoolgirl, once again, who fell on a railway line in northern Japan, which resulted in her being sliced in half by a train.
Oh God.
She survived the accident but was in agony, dying as a result of the station's staff neglect.
That sounds creepy.
Missing her lower extremities, she is said to walk on her hands or her elbows, making a scratching, scraping, or tiki tiki like sound as she moves, hence the name. If an individual encounters her at night, she will chase them, cut their body in half, mimicking her own death and disfigurement out of spite. One version of the story concerns a young woman known as Kashima Riko. As with the original iteration of the legend, Kashima died when her legs were severed from her body by a train after she fell onto the tracks. Versions of the legend often state that when an individual learns the Kashima story, she will appear to them within 1 month.
Hey Matthew.
And the only way to stop this from happening is to spread the story. The Kashima Riko story predates that of Tiki Tiki, but others suggest that the two stories influenced each other. The legless spirit of Kashima Riko is said to haunt bathroom stalls, asking occupants if they know where her legs are. If a questioned individual replies with an answer that Kashima does not find acceptable, she will rip or slice them in half. Individuals may survive the encounter by replying that her legs are on the machine expressway or by responding with the phrase, "Mask Death Demon." The children's song Sachin is sometimes associated with the urban legend and rumors and scary stories, typing the lyrics, "She really loves bananas, but she can only eat a half," with the missing lower half of the spirit. One popular version of the story spread online says that after a young girl called Sachiko Kiritani died in a train accident similar to the one described in this story, a student that found the situation funny created a new version of the song, adding a fourth verse describing the situation later being found dead without his legs soon after.
That's hot.
Okay, that was a wild one.
What's up, Matthew? Matthew, how you doing, big brother? This one ain't about any of it, but this is we've heard about this. Well, I have, but this is the rake urban legend.
Ooh.
The rake is a creature said to be about 6 foot tall with pale, smooth, hairless skin and long, sharp claws. Individual eyewitness accounts describe it as having a humanoid shape with a hunchback, dagger-like teeth, and glowing eyes. Some versions of the legend also suggest the rake can shapeshift. Others say it can read people's thoughts and communicate with them telepathically. We're good, Matthew. The origins of the rake legend are murky, and there is no consensus on where or when the story first began. Some people believe that the legend has its roots in ancient folklore, while others think it's a modern creation via the web. Well, whether it's origins, the rake has become a popular urban legend with countless people sharing stories and sightings of the creature worldwide. I personally believe that the rake is what do you call it? Creepy pasta. Like shit. What's that one that they did a movie out of with a like little girl? The true story was two little girls stabbed their best friend. Slender Man.
Yeah.
Slender Man. I personally believe that the rake is like a Slender Man, a freaking creepy pasta. From the way it's described, it sounds like it's like a shapeshifter. But eyewitness accounts on such sightings sent chills up and down my spine. In 2000, a woman and her family returning from a trip over Labor Day, so I guess it is a Labor Day story, reportedly seeing the rate. She and her husband had put their young daughter in bed after an exhausting day. In the early morning hours, the woman woke sensing a strangeness. She reached for her husband. He turned around, gasped, and backpedaled to the furthest corner of the bed. He yawned, pinned her to his chest. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much what it looked like, an albino ghoul. Like, but behind her, sitting on her chest of the bed, hunched a hairless, faceless, white creature. Its body movement were those of a human. It stared at them. They stared at it. It shrieked, crawled off the bed like a disjointed apparition, and ran towards their daughter's room. Fearing for her daughter, the woman ran after it and found it squatting over its daughter. It was covered in blood, as we as was the daughter. The daughter murmured and closed her eyes. The woman screamed. Her and her husband raced to the hospital when their car went out of control, plunged into the bridge into the nearby lake. The wife survived, her husband did not, and there is no mention of the daughter. The question, was the rake trying to warn the mother of the daughter's danger, or have it inflicted harm to the young girl? It didn't try to harm the wife or the husband. Hmm. But yeah, that was about the rake, and it's an interesting one. But I also believe that it's like an urban legend, like a freaking creepy pasta, like Slender Man, Siren Head, shit like that. But I could be wrong. But you got anything else?
I got one more.
Oh wow.
It's another Japanese ghost story. While we own the topic,
Japanese have some awesome freaking creepy ghost stories.
all right, this is another one I've never heard about. So let's get right on into it. It is called the. I'm not Japanese, so if I pronounce this wrong, bear with me. It's a Yatsuwa Kadan.
That's true, Matt.
So let's go. A tale that has many times been transformed, told, adapted. Like most legends, there are many versions, yet something remains unchanged in each of them. These are all stories of revenge, murder, ghost, love, and betrayal. So as we start the story, Lemon, a disarmed samurai, hopes to raise his rank by marrying Owa, daughter of Yatsuya Samon. After begging the latter to allow him to marry his daughter and having suffered a violent refusal, the mad samurai kills Samon, a low-life criminal. Nasu- Nawasake witnesses the murder and offers to help Lemon hide the crime in exchange for his help. Indeed, the latter has his sights set on Owa's sister, Asade, already promised to another. They conspire together to accuse other bandits of the murder of the father,
Okay,
and
Matthew, we'll be here.
Nasu
Tell Autumn, hey.
pushes Oso's fiance from the top of a waterfall to get rid of him. The two men who managed to pass themselves off as the heroes, having nothing to do with the murders, each of them managed to marry the daughters. Much later, married Lemon and Owa live together with their newborn child. They live in poverty. Lemon is not happy, and Owa suffers that his father has not yet been avenged. The samurai begins to fall in love with the younger woman, the daughter of a rich doctor. At the same time, Nasuke, who lives with Ozo, is also tired of living in poverty. The story here differs in two different versions, and the one we see. So they actually what I'm reading, they actually made a play off of this.
Huh.
So this is the version from the play. And the one we see in the kabuki play, is madly in love with Lemon, and her family poisons Oa in order to make marriage possible. In another version, it is Nasuke who sees in the marriage of Lemon and a perfect opportunity to become rich and gives poison to the samurai so that he poisons his wife. The fact is that this poison in each version disfigures terribly the latter, who ends up dying and taking her son's life with her. Her body is dumped in the river by the samurai and Nasuke. Soon after that, Lemon marries but on their wedding day, the avenging ghost of Oa comes back to haunt the samurai and urges him, victim of hallucinations, to murder both his new wife and the father of the bride.
Damn.
The ghost is also harassing Nasuke and his wife. The latter is surprised by the visit of her former fiance, who, having survived the fall, accusing her of adultery. Distraught, she manages to push her two husbands to give her death, leaving a letter in which she confesses to Nasuke that she's in fact his younger sister. Causing the latter suicide, who confesses his crime to the former fiance, Lemon, who fled to the mountain, tries to fish, but it is not the fishes but the bodies of all those he killed that appear before him in the pond. Constantly harassed by the ghost of Oa, he sinks into madness until he meets the former fiance of Asode, who will finally obtain his revenge by killing Lemon.
All right.
In this very dark legend, stories were usually created to keep people away from sin and Buddhist traditions. Today, the tomb of Oa is found in the Miyagi Temple in Tokyo, Japan, and the numerous accidents that occurred during the adaptations of the legend usually pushes the actress into play to perform her role to pay tribute to her so as to not excite her anger. Okay, that was wow. But other than that, that's all I got.
Well, they were definitely interesting. But the next one I got is the myth about the aftermath of Martin Luther
Ooh,
King. Oh,
ooh,
what do you
ooh,
got?
ooh. Okay, keep going with what you got. I'll do this next. Ooh, this is wild.
All right. Well, this is the myth and the aftermath of Martin Luther King's assassination. After the Reverend Martin Luther King was assassinated 50 years ago this week. Oh God. Hang on. Okay. Which this was made back in 2008, so 2018, so technically it would be 57 years ago. Oh, I can't read that because apparently I have to pay for that. So, sorry, guys. Just ignore the last 3-4 minutes of that because being weird.
All right, I'm going to talk about mine, but this happened on Labor Day, and this is the
That's a good one.
horror side of Labor Day, as you call it.
Ooh.
As this reads, the horror of Labor Day isn't in supernatural stories, but in the violent and bloody history of the labor movement, particularly known as the 1894 Pullman strike, where clashes between strikers and federal troops resulted in deaths and widespread destruction.
Mm.
Let's jump right into this.
Oh, yeah.
So, let me hold on. I'm going to see if I can find a little bit better story. Okay, here we go. This is actually on history.com. Now, bear with me. This is a little long, so just bear with me. All right, here we go.
All right, let's go.
The Diddley Railroad strike that led to the Labor Day holiday. Today, many Americans see Labor Day as time off from work, an opportunity to enjoy a barbecue with friends and family, and a final moment of summertime relaxation before the busy fall season begins. But the history behind the Labor Day holiday is far more complex and dramatic than what most might realize. Starting with the heated campaign by workers in the late 19th century to win support and recognition for their contributions, known as a strike of 1894.
Dun dun dun.
Or 1894 Pullman strike, whichever way you want to look at it. But in July of 1894, President Grover Cleveland finally signed into law legislation creating a national Labor Day holiday in early September. Even as federal troops in Chicago brutally crushed a strike by railroad and Pullman sleeping car company workers, leaving some 30 people dead. More than a decade before the Pullman strike, some 10,000 to 20,000 people joined a parade through Lower Manhattan organized by New York City's Central Labor Union on September 5th of 1882. The windows and roofs, and even the lampposts and awning frames were occupied by persons anxious to get a good view of the first parade in New York of working men and of all trades united in one organization. But throughout the 1880s, labor strikes became increasingly common, with workers protesting their long hours and difficult, sometimes even dangerous working conditions. In May of 1886, the growing tensions between labor and capital exploded into violence during a protest rally in Chicago's Haymarket Square. 8 anarchists were eventually convicted on murder charges, and 4 were even executed. After the Haymarket riot, labor organizers and socialists in countries around the world began celebrating May 1st as Workers' Day, an occasion U.S. government officials had no interest in sanctioning. Meanwhile, other cities had followed New York's lead in holding Labor Day celebrations in early September. In 1887, Oregon became the first state to make it an official holiday. By 1894, 22 other states had passed similar legislation. The outbreak of the Pullman strike. In 1893, during a nationwide economic recession, George Pullman laid off hundreds of employees and cut wages for many of the remaining workers at his namesake railroad car company by some 30%. Meanwhile, he refused to lower rents and store prices in Pullman, Illinois, the company town south of Chicago where many of his employees lived. Angry workers walked out in May of 1894, and the following month, the American Railway Union and its leader, Eugene Debs, declared a sympathy boycott of all trains using Pullman cars. The Pullman strike effectively halted rail traffic and commerce in 27 states stretching from Chicago to the West Coast, driving the General Managers Association, a group that represented Chicago's railroad companies, to seek help from the federal government in shutting the strike down. On June 29th, some crowd members attending a Debs speech in Blue Island, Illinois, set fires to nearby buildings and derailed a locomotive attached to a U.S. mail train. U.S. Attorney General Richard Olney used the incident as an excuse to ask for an injunction against the strike and its leaders from the federal district court in Chicago, which he got on July 2nd. This was the turning point because it enjoined the ARU and Debs from doing anything to support or direct the strike, says Richard Shronoff, professor of history at Indiana State University. Labor has for much of its history been hemmed in by injunctions, but the Pullman injunction was the first big instance where it really came to the attention of the public. The following day, President Cleveland dispatched federal troops to the city to enforce the injunction. Illinois' pro labor governor, John Altgeld, who had already called out state militia troops to prevent violence, was outraged, calling the government's actions unconstitutional. With the arrival of federal troops, the Pullman strike turned bloody, with some rioters destroying hundreds of railroad cars in Chicago on July 6th, and National Guardmen firing into a mob on July 7th, killing as many as 30 people and wounding many others. Even as Pullman Company and railroad workers were striking, Congress passed legislation in June of 1894, making the first Monday in September a federal legal holiday to recognize and celebrate labor. Cleveland signed the bill into law June 28, 1894, a few days before sending federal troops to Chicago. It was a way of being supportive of labor. Labor unions were a constituency of the Democratic Party at the time, and didn't look good for Cleveland, who was a Democrat, to be putting down this strike. Federal troops were recalled from Chicago on July 20th, and the Pullman strike was declared over in early August.
Your face.
Debs, arrested at the height of the violence along with several other ARU leaders, which charged with violating the injunction and served 6 months in jail. Though the ARU disbanded, Debs would emerge as the leader of the nation's growing socialist movement, running for president 5 times on the Socialist Party ticket. Aside from the major instance of government by injunction and the struggle between labor and capital, the Pullman strike also marked part of an important transition in American society during the Progressive Era, and a newly active role for the federal government in today's economic and social life. And that's that.
Okay, so I was looking back, and season 1 we did the United States, all the states. Season 2 we did different countries. And season 3 we did like different events, and then we did holidays. Now we're gonna do cryptids. Sorry. Trying to find some Martin Luther King ones. So how you doing today, Face? Good, always good seeing you, buddy. But here's a little history of Martin Luther King's Day, guys. We'll give you a little history. Born on January 15th, 1929, Michael Luther King Jr., later changed to Martin, came from a middle-class family rooted in Southern Baptist ministry. His parents, Martin Luther King Sr. and Alberta Williams King, were college educated and devoted most of their time to the Baptist church. His grandfather started a long tenure of pastors at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, where Dr. King was born and raised. Ministries ran through Dr. King's blood, and in 1954, he became pastor of Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. As a dedicated civil rights activist, Dr. King led the first great nonviolent protest in the U.S. in December of 1955. The bus boycott lasted 382 days and ended with the U.S. Supreme ruling that segregation on public bus was unconstitutional. Why do we observe Martin Luther King Day every January? Americans observed and celebrate his legacy on the third Monday of January in honor of Martin Luther King's Day birthday on January 15th. The February federal holiday was officially recognized in 1983, and all 50 states made it government holiday by 2000. Martin Luther King Day focuses on an ongoing issue of civil rights and encourages people to devote their time to community service and reflections of justice and compassion for all. At the Los Angeles Film School, At the Los Angeles Film School, we observed the MLK holiday as a day off for all students, staff, and faculty. This is a great opportunity to recommend your time to service projects with your community. We encourage everyone to get active and find ways to continue Dr. King's legacy of compassion, service, and education. What is Martin Luther King, known for? Is considered one of the greatest nonviolent civil rights leaders of the 20th century. He is responsible for activating one of the most monumental and far reaching pieces of legislation in U.S. history, the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The act banned discrimination practices in employment and ended segregation in public places such as swimming pools, libraries, and public schools. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was present when President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights into law on July 2nd, 1984. Lyndon B. Johnson also killed JFK. Oh, sorry, that's not part of it. That was just me adding. But that's my theory. Lyndon B. Johnson killed JFK, guys. But here's a few things that Martin Luther King. What are the important milestones of the civil rights movement? 1954, Brown versus the Board of Education. The Supreme Court ruled unanimously 9-0 that racial segregation in public schools violated the 14th Amendment. However, public schools in the southern states remained almost completely segregated until the late 1960s. 1955 to 1956, Montgomery bus boycott. A boycott against the bus company in Montgomery, Alabama started with Rosa Parks. Everybody heard of Rosa Parks refusing to give her seat to a white man. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. helped facilitate the boycott that lasted until December 1st, 1956. 1960, the Greensboro Four. 1963, Lincoln Memorial, the I Have a Dream, which everybody's heard of Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream thing. 1964, Civil Rights Act is signed into law by that killer, Lyndon B. Johnson. Sorry. 1966, the Black Panther Party, sorry. A Black Panther Party was an empowerment group that organized between 1966 and 1882. They campaigned for black equality and have influenced modern movements such as Black Lives Matter. Key Black Panthers participate included Harry P. Newton, Angela Davis, and Fred Hampton. And that's all I got for that one. Did you find any good ones?
No, I didn't find any more.
All right, give me a second. Oh, ooh.
What is this?
I don't know if this has to do with anything, but I found this looking this up, so we're going to read it. The Haunting of Lake Lenore. A restless energy seized the air. It was March 2020, right after school began shutting down due to COVID. And a friend and I were hiking Laurel Ridge Trail, a 4-mile loop around the southern rim of Lake Sidney Lenore. A sprawling amoeba, the man-made lake built in 1954 for flood control, drinking water, and hydroelectric power touches 5 counties in North Georgia. It is named after a 19th century Georgia poet, Sidney Lenore, whose poem Song of the Chattahoochee is an ode to the river that feeds itself. I had just canceled 2 trips out of town, and my friend, whose father had passed away in England a few weeks earlier, had decided to return from settling his affairs. The news about the rapid spread virus, coupled with Donald Trump's rampant disinformation, filled us with anxiety. We longed for an escape, some fresh air. We jumped in my car and drove 11 miles north to Holy shit, this is long. Lake Lenore tragic history can be traced back long before it became a lake. Forsyth County, which sits on the western side, was once part of the Cherokee Nation in the 1830s. Sorry, the U.S. government expelled most of its members from what it could be the most southern organs of the Tears of Trails. A second expulsion occurred 80 years later, this time involving a different community. Up until 1912, some 1,100 black people owned land and operated business in Forsyth County that fell on September 9th. An 80-year-old white woman named May Craw was raped and murdered close to Brown Bridge on the banks of the Chattahoochee River in a village called Oscarville. The crimes were pinned on 4 young black men who happened to live nearby. They were 16 years old, Ernest Knox, his 18-year-old cousin Oscar Daniel, 22-year-old Trusty Jane Daniel, Oscar's sister, and 24-year-old Robert Big Rob Edwards. The day after Edwards' arrest, a white mob invaded the jail cell. He was shot and dragged to the streets and hung on a telephone pole just outside the courthouse in Cumming, the county seat. Crow's death and Edwards' lynching begat more violence. White mobs known as the Night Riders went door to door with torches and guns, burning down black churches and businesses and demanded all black residents of Forsyth County vacate immediately. The residents quickly abandoned their lands, their crops, their homes, and most of their belongings, and the white picked over and privilege would remain. Then in October, a jury took a little over an hour to convict Ernest Knox and Oscar Daniel for the Crow killing. Trustee Daniel's charges were dismissed. 5,000 people gathered to watch the teenage boys be hung. It is wild to believe that Knox, Edwards, and Daniel were innocent of the crime. That's freaking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more, but I definitely not reading this. Oh, give me a minute. Yeah. But yeah, that's freaking crazy. That's a lake that I actually wouldn't mind going and doing an investigation on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huh?
I found another one. Oh man, never mind. Never mind.
No, thank you. I'm not doing that.
This is from Marion, North Carolina. Oh man. Damn it. Sorry guys. Trying to find some decent one. Okay. This is San Antonio, Texas, Martin Luther King Bridge scary stories. This is a Martin Luther King bridge, but this is some scary stories. But before we get to this, guys, while it's loading, like I said, we've done a bunch of filming the past few weeks. Well, we got probably about 10 videos to go to give or take.
Yeah.
7, 8, 10 videos. Why is my phone being slow? But one of our best ones we got coming out is probably that doll investigation we did, y'all. We got a doll investigation, the 15-minute alone challenge that we all did, a cemetery we found. Damn it. We got some good stuff coming out, guys. So be ready.
Mm-hmm.
My phone's being slow right now. It's like frozen. So give me 1 second. But y'all let us know in the comments and all that what kind of cryptids you want us to do urban legends about. Like I know season episode 1 we're gonna be talking about hellhounds because that's my favorite one. But what kind of cryptids would y'all want us to be talking about? Y'all let us know. Trying to find some good one, guys. Hang on. Okay. It's not an urban legend, but we're going to be reading how was the first Martin Luther King's Day celebrated. Monday marks Martin Luther King's Day. It's in January, a holiday that has a rocky path to establish. Although King was assassinated in 1968, legislation designated the third Monday in January, near his January 15th birthday, as a legal holiday to honor him. Did not pass until 1983. The first year the U.S. observed the holiday was in 1986 when the day fell on January 20th. That Monday, people across the country held marches and churches and church services to celebrate King's legacy. As shown by this 1986 that's just a little video that it shows. But in January of 1986, the candlelight vigils, concerts, readings, teachings, and religious services held throughout the country served as an occasion to recall one of the most painful and dramatic eras of American history. There's a heightened awareness of him that was not presented before the holiday. King's widow, Dorrit Scott King. King's hometown of Atlanta, Georgia, was the stage of the big celebration. Visitors from all corners of the U.S. traveled to march in a parade along the civil rights leaders and King's family. George H.W. Bush, vice president at the time, joined Coretta Scott King to place a wreath around King's tomb and for a ceremony at Ebenezer Baptist Church, where King served as co-pastor until his death. During the ceremony, Cornelius Scott Jr. awarded Desmond Tutu with the King Peace Prize for his work against damn it, why did he go all the way to the top? His work against apartments. But not every part of that day in 1986 was celebrated King's legacy. Some places were openly hostile to the holiday. In Buffalo, New York, a sculpture of King was whitewashed. And on the road to a national commemoration of Martin Luther King Jr. was not yet complete. At the time the federal bill took place, effect, not every state observed the holiday. For example, House Republicans from Arizona, included Senator John McCain, had voted against the bill in 1983. Damn. and the state only voted in favor of recognizing the holiday in 1992. In 2000, South California became the last state to sign the bill recognizing MLK Day as a paid holiday. So it didn't become a holiday like legit. All 50 states didn't celebrate it until 25 years ago.
Mm.
Crazy. I didn't know that. You all right over there, Dakota?
Yeah, I'm looking some stuff up for Philly.
For
They're
Philly?
they're doing a. Me and Chris want to go that Friday. We're down there. They're doing a guided tour of the Eagle Stadium.
Ooh.
You get to tour. You get to go onto the field, tour the locker rooms, the press box, and the media center.
That sounds sick.
It's
But
only $40 a person, so we're gonna try and do it.
sound cool.
I did not hear
Number
a word you
one.
just said.
Can you hear me now?
You were that whole time you talked, it was nothing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing the top 10 medieval or 10 incubus and succubus.
You're going in and out.
I know. You take over. I'll be right back.
All right. I think we lost him. We lost Dobbs. Oh, he was cutting in and out real bad there. The last 2 minutes. Let's see if he pops back up in here.
Are we good?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah. All right. Well, the first one is an incubus and a succubus. An incubus is a demon in the male form supposed to lie upon sleepers, especially women, in order to have sexual intercourses with them. According to a number of mythology and legendary tradition, its female counterpart is the succubus. An incubus may pursue sexual relations with a woman in order to father a child, as the legend of Merlin, and some sources indicate that it may identify as a natural cold penis. Okay.
What?
It may be identified as unnatural cold penis.
Okay.
Religious tradition hold that repeat intercourse with the incubus or succubus may result in the deterioration of health or even death. Victims may have experienced waking dreams or sleep. Experience waking dreams or sleep paralysis. All right. Well, the rest of these aren't showing me, but they are showing me the names. Number 9 is the Lost Tribe of Israel. The Lost Tribe of Israel. Number 10 is the Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth.
And then we got the Wandering Jew. Wow.
The what?
The Wandering Jew.
Wandering Jew.
And then we got Pope
Okay.
Joanne, which is a female pope. And then we got Robin Hood,
Robin Hood.
the Holy Grail, King Arthur,
King Arthur.
the Children Crusade, and Prester John. I wish it was showing me everything, but it's just, yeah. That's all I got. Bless you.
Ooh.
Before we end, though, guys, I do want to say something. Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern.
My headset's about to die.
Well,
I can. My speakers just went out in my headset. It tells me it's about dead.
Friday night, which is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, Dakota, Restless Souls on this channel, The Forgotten Band Director's House, Music Still Echoes Inside. That's a good one, guys. Check that out at 7 p.m. Eastern. At 8 p.m. Eastern, Yeehawk Nightmare has okay, this one was a good one. It's not a long one, but there's a homeless in the Ward Shadows house. We won't alone. That's like a 3-4 minute video.
Yeah.
But check it out, guys, for sure. And tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, so 7 p.m. Eastern, Restless Souls, 8 p.m. Eastern, Yeehawk Nightmares, and 10 p.m. Eastern on my channel, St. Albans Sanitarium, The Lost Episode. It's about an hour long, but it's a great investigation of St. Albans Sanitarium, which is a great place. And it's a lost video. So be ready for that. Do you want to start up season 5 next week, Dakota, or do you want to wait a week?
It's totally up to you.
All right. Next week, probably about Wednesday or Thursday, we will begin season 5, episode 1.
Or if you wanted to wait, next week we can bring back the podcasts.
All right. Perfect.
And then the following week we can start Urban Legends back up.
Next week on Dakota's channel at about 10:30 p.m. Eastern, probably Wednesday night, Thursday night, we are going to do his podcast. So be ready for that. And then the following week, we'll be bringing back.
Yeah. So next week, I'll get some stories and stuff together. We'll try to find some stuff we can talk about on the podcast, do our little haunted hangout, bring that back. And then the following week after Thanksgiving, we'll start season 5 of Urban Legends.
And we are going to be talking about cryptids, like facts and urban legends of cryptids, like Hellhound, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Dogman, Jersey Devil, Mothman, and stuff we've never talked about before.
And next week's podcast, we're going to try to go as long as we can.
Yes. We're not going to do long, an hour, 2 hours. It's gonna be about an hour and a half, 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
We'll go try about 3 hours. Would be our goal.
So be ready, guys. We got some good stuff coming. Video. We're gonna have videos all the way up to New Year's, right at the moment.
By far.
And we're gonna go filming more as soon as we can.
Yeah, I'm sure once we get through Thanksgiving and everything, we can find some more spots.
So be ready, guys.
Just want to get through Thanksgiving before we try to
Yeah. We'll have some good stuff.
fail.
Like Dakota has probably about 8 videos of mine he's gonna edit for me. So Dakota has some stuff of my videos. So I'll have 10 premieres at the moment. So a couple from Halloween, a couple from the other night. All I know is we're excited. We are freaking ready, aren't we, Dakota? We are ready. 2026 will be YouTuber year.
I'm not going to spoil anything yet. I'm just saying that we're trying to plan 2 big investigations for next year. One of them we may have been to before, we may not have, but the other one is going to be a brand new location.
So be ready, guys. We are ready to drop some fire abandoned videos, some fucking fire paranormal videos, some epic live stream podcast, urban legend podcast. Because I mean, we got some good stuff coming up for you guys. Check out Yeehawk Nightmares. Chris has done an epic, amazing job on his channel. Check out Dakota and Chris's food challenge channel.
Speaking of that, we finally got some more stuff to do, some more challenges, so be on the lookout for that within the next couple of weeks.
The main reason I'm not in the food challenge because my stomach can't handle a lot of this stuff. So
But
I don't participate in different food challenges.
We have a whole bag of stuff we can do. So be ready for that next couple of weeks. We'll
Dakota
probably be getting some more challenges out.
They'll get Mark in on it too. They'll have some good video, some good food challenges for y'all. I can't do it.
See. I'll give y'all a sneak peek of what we got. Hold on.
I can't do it, guys. I can't handle a lot of like different weird food. I'm weird. Ask Dakota, what do I eat when we go out, Dakota? Pizza or chicken tenders?
Here's some sneak peeks. We got Pizzalicious Veggie Loops. We have, I think these are Chinese or Japanese, but they're like little ice cream candies. We have new Flavor Vault Dum Dums. It's all brand new flavors. We have Rolling Pin Swedish candy.
See, they got this weird candy and weird stuff. I couldn't do it.
And then we have a new strawberry banana surprise juice.
Surprise. Oh, yeah, that definitely sounds appetizing.
But we have those for you. We just ain't filmed them yet. Once we get them filmed, we'll get them out to you guys. Like I said, probably here for the next couple of weeks. Be on the lookout for some more challenge videos.
Before we end, guys, me and Dakota, we're going to try to do this every week, maybe. But we are going to do, I'm going to pull it up. But we are going to do our football picks.
Yes.
And I think it's week 12.
We are nearing the end of the 2025 season.
Eagles are leading the NFC. Just saying. The freaking Texans beat the Bills.
Really?
23-19.
Nice. But we are week 12. We are nearing the end of this year's season.
I can't believe the Bills
But
lost to the
me,
freaking Dolphins.
me personally, I haven't watched much NFL this year besides like Washington. I've been watching college.
I ain't watched much college.
College has been interesting this year. But
I've been
NFL,
watching my NFL.
NFL, I watched too. But
There's some good games. The first one, Colts and
But-
Chiefs.
but it's definitely this year's football season has definitely been a wild one to say the least.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Dakota, who do you
There's
have?
been
Colts?
so many surprises. All right, let's see. What do we got? Colts and Chiefs. I'm gonna have to go with Chiefs on that one.
As much as
I mean,
as much as I like seeing the Colts being 8-2 and having a great record, Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes is not losing 3 straight.
Yeah, I can't.
Kansas City is going to win that one.
I can't stand Kansas City, but I don't think the Colts are going to be able to show up.
I like Andy Reid, but that's about it. Seahawks and Tennessee Titans. Seahawks. Tennessee sucks.
I don't know. That's a tough one for me. That's a tough one.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. Don't get me wrong, they're 1-9, but the way Seattle played last week.
Oh yeah, no.
I see them having a shot, but I think the Titans are going to come in and get the upset.
Trust me.
I think with the home field advantage, Titans are going to grab the upset.
Trust me. I know how Seattle played. Sam Donald only gave me 4 fantasy points in 1 fantasy game. So, yeah. But I'm picking Seattle. I don't see them doing another game like that.
I think with the Titans, because Seattle, they're still coming off of that horrible week. Titans have a home field advantage. I'm going Titans.
Okay. Seahawks. But Vikings and the Packers.
That's another tough one.
I'm going to have to go with Green Bay. At Green Bay, because it's at Green Bay. If it was at Minnesota, I would probably go with Minnesota on that one. I have to go with the home field Packers.
I mean, they're both been playing decent here.
I mean, right, Eagles have shut both of them down this year.
But then again, you got to think Greenard's still out for the Vikings this week. So
yeah, but they got JJ, and he played really good last week.
But Greenard's still out with a shoulder injury, so
I have to go with the Packers on that one.
I'm gonna pick Packers.
This is an easy one. Jets at the Ravens.
Ravens all day.
Yeah, I have to go with the Ravens defense.
I'm sorry, but the Jets, they're not going to be able to stop the Ravens at all.
Giants at Detroit. I think Detroit is going to come out and smack Giants because of how much Eagles shut them down Monday night. I think they're going to come out and shut Giants.
The Lions are going to come out Sunday ready to play football.
This would be a good one.
After that loss to Philly.
Oh yeah.
The Lions and they got home field advantage. They're going to be the ones to watch Sunday.
Steelers at the Bears.
Ooh.
That's going to be a good one. I'm going to have to go with the Bears, though.
I don't know. I think I know Steelers are not playing very good this year. And
I mean, they are winning their division.
Poor Mike Tomlin, Lord have mercy.
And Mike Tomlin.
Guy has been the worst coach he's ever been this year. But I think the Steelers going to go into Chicago and grab the upset. I'm going to go with Steelers. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh on this one. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Believe it or not, this next one's an easy one. Patriots at the Bengals. Patriots.
I'm,
Bengals suck,
nah, I'm taking Bengals.
but they don't. Okay.
I'm taking
Okay.
Bengals. I don't believe in the Patriots. Yes, Mike Vrabel is been showing
Okay.
up for the Patriots, but I'm taking Cincinnati all day. I
Okay.
have belief in Cincy that they can come and show the Patriots and send them right back to New England.
Okay, Dakota. I like it. I like your upsets this week.
I'm going for it. I know how football's been this year, so I'm going Bengals.
This next one's probably gonna be the most boring week game of the week. The Browns at the Raiders.
I'm going Raiders.
God.
I'm going.
I'm gonna have
Raiders.
to go with the Browns on this one. I think I'm gonna have to go with Fedor Sanders and the Browns.
Oh, even though Sanders is getting the start, I can't. I cannot.
Uh,
I mean, they're both 2-8, but the way
until until the Raiders get rid of Geno Smith,
I
I
know
can't pull for
the
Oakland
way
or
Geno
Las
Smith
Vegas.
played last week. Oh my God, it was the worst game he's had this
He
season.
is shitty all
But
season.
by the way they was talking on Monday on the press conferences, Pete Carroll has seen something in Geno Smith nobody else has seen.
I hadn't seen it.
So I'm going Raiders this week.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in Geno Smith either. But
Okay.
Pete Carroll says that Gene Smith has talent, but hasn't shown it. So I'm thinking he's going to come out balling this week.
All right. Well, Jacksonville at Arizona Cardinals.
Oof.
I'm gonna have to go with Jacksonville. Arizona. Ooh. The only game that they did really good in and showed me something was against the Cowboys when they beat the crap out of Dallas. But I'm gonna have to go with Jacksonville on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm right. I think I'm with you on that one.
Got 4 more games left. This one, y'all already know who I'm picking.
Because we got a bye week this week, so
Eagles and Cowboys. Y'all know I'm picking my birds.
Eagles.
Y'all know I'm picking my birds all day. We're gonna sweep the Cowboys this season.
We got a bye week this week, so we don't play.
Yeah, we are sweeping these Cowboys.
Yeah, if y'all don't destroy Dallas, something's wrong.
We are sweeping the Cowboys. I'm not gonna say destroy them. The way the offense is playing, we ain't destroying nobody. But that defense of the Philadelphia is going to destroy that. But yes, Eagles all day, baby. I'm picking them to win the Super Bowl, of course. They're my team. But the Falcons and the Saints. Yeah, this one's tough. I'm picking the Saints because I think Tyler Shock or Shook or whatever his name is, I think he's tired of people saying he's not a quality starter. I think he's tired of saying that they wasted a draft pick on him. So I think he's going to come out and show them why they spend a second round draft pick on him. And he can come out and beat the Falcons by 10 points.
To me, right now, it's questionable if Drake London.
Well, he's doubtful.
I know, but I'm saying if he ends up being out for this game, Falcons ain't gonna have nothing at receiver.
Yeah,
but if he plays, the Falcons will at least have their main guy.
Yeah.
But the way it's looking like, he ain't practiced all week, so I don't think he's going to play. So from right this second, I'm going New Orleans.
I think New Orleans, because they got that.
Just by the sense that Drake London is probably not going to play, Atlanta's not going to have their best guy.
And the Saints got that rookie quarterback, second round draft pick, and he's out to shut everybody up saying he's not worth that draft pick.
I'm going New Orleans.
He's out to shut the tank up because everybody's predicting the tank is going to happen for the Saints and they're getting Archie Manning. No, that tank is going to the Jets. Archie Manning is going to
if
the New
if
York Jets. Mark
if
my words.
Arch Manning goes to the Jets,
He's going to the
the
Jets.
I'm sorry, but the NFL is
I
lost.
personally would like to see Arch Manning go to the Vegas, to the Raiders. But I think the Jets are the worst team in the NFL. And I think that Arch Manning is going to the Jets. I don't think that Tyler Shuck is that bad of a quarterback. He was good at Louisville in college. I think he's out to shut everybody up. But the Buccaneers at the Rams for Sunday night football. I have to go with the Rams.
I'm
Like,
going Bucks.
ooh, another good one. Okay.
I'm going
But the
Bucks.
only two teams, I don't know. I think the 49ers have beat the Rams. And I know the Eagles beat the Rams. And those are the only two games that the Rams have lost. So I think the Rams
Yes,
are going to beat them.
the Rams have only lost 2 games, but the way the Bucks and Baker Mayfield showed up last week, even though they didn't win,
Oh, yeah, I know.
they showed up. So I'm going Bucks.
All right. And the last game of the week, the Panthers at the 49ers. Taryn T, I'm picking this for you. I'm picking the 49ers for you, sis, because they've been playing their hearts out.
49ers have been playing hearts out, and I'm sorry, but poor Carolina is worthless.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I'm going San Fran.
Well,
Because Carolina has been almost the Jets this year. They have been a worthless team.
that's all of them games for this week. But we're going to do the 3 Thanksgiving games and the Black Friday game. But the first 1 o'clock Thanksgiving game is the Packers at Detroit. Detroit.
I'm going.
Even though the Packers did beat Detroit bad week 1, Detroit's gonna come back and beat them. And then the 4:30 game, the Chiefs at the Cowboys. Ooh,
Chiefs, obviously.
Chiefs. I'm going with Kansas City. And then the 8:20 game, this is 2 different teams that hadn't played on Thanksgiving that I've seen. The Bengals and the Ravens. Joe Burrow might be back that game.
Yeah. I'm going to go Bengals.
If Joe Burrow's back, Bengals. But if he's not back, Ravens. It's like that. That's
Yeah, I'm
what I'm doing.
going.
If Joe Burrow's back, the Bengals are gonna win. And then the Black Friday game is at 3 p.m. and it's the Bears at Philly. Of course, I'm going with Philly.
I'm going Chicago.
But over this week and Thursday,
I have a feeling Chicago's going to come in and show y'all what's up.
we'll see. I mean, it'd be a good one for sure.
I just have that feeling that Chicago's going to show up.
Don't forget 7 p.m. Eastern every Friday. Russell Solitary Normal has premieres. 8 p.m. Eastern every Friday. Hawk Nightmare Chris has his premieres. And 10 p.m. every Friday, I have my premieres. So don't forget our triple header on Fridays. Like, it's definitely, it's, I don't know, it's cool how we're doing that. Like, check out triple header on Fridays. Next week on Dakota's channel, we'll be back with his haunted, ain't it the Haunted Hangout?
Yeah.
We'll be back with the Haunted Hangout podcast. And then the following week, we will start season 5, episode 1 of The Cryptid Urban Legends. And we will be talking about my favorite, I said it a bunch tonight, but Hellhounds. Do you have anything else, Dakota?
No.
Well, we appreciate the support, the love. I know this was probably one of our shortest Urban Legend series, but I promise you, season 5 is going to be epic. So we love you guys. We love the support throughout the years, the love. I'll be bringing back my Paranormal 101 streams and my freaking para debate. Back in December, we'll be bringing back on Second Star with Chronic Paranormal, Second Star Survival, that podcast. And starting next week, I will be bringing back game nights on Tuesdays. So we'll be bringing back game night Tuesday night, probably about 9:30, 9:40 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday night. Game night on my channel. But we will see y'all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern on Dakota's channel for his premiere. And then 8 p.m. on Ehawk Nightmares Eastern. And then 10 p.m. Eastern on my premiere. So we will see y'all tomorrow night for our 3-headed premieres.
Yep, tomorrow it's going to be a good one for videos. And then, like we said, all our streams coming next week and more videos next Friday. Stay tuned. We love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight. We'll catch you guys on the next one
episode. Love you guys. Thank you for the support.